Welcome to the one and only Robert Garcia Show.
Welcome to the one and only Robert Garcia Show.
Right. And his cousin Rich.
And his cousin my cousin Richard.
Right. His cousin Rich.
Richie Rich.
Right. And well, let's fix that little screen right there.
I can dig that.
Okay. So today I want to bring up a topic that's been in the news. Well, it ain't a brand new topic or nothing, but it's been in the news recently. It's UFOs. The whole, I don't know if you've seen it in the news lately, that the military's coming out and they're saying, yeah, we've been seeing UFOs for a long time. We got them on radar and all kinds of stuff.
And then there was Roswell in the 1800s.
Right? In the 1800s.
Roswell incident.
But what's your
in
take
New
on
Mexico.
it? What's your take? I mean, you think they've been up? I mean, there was Roswell, right? That's an old one. Was 50s,
1800s.
40s? Nah, it wasn't the 1800s.
I read the book. The Majestic. You ever get a chance to read that book? It's interesting.
Majestic. Okay. Well, but what do you think? We want to get your take on this. We want to know. What do you think? Have they been just hiding it from us? Or did they really just all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, well, you know what, we have been seeing them. You might be right. What's that all about?
Well, they've been saying that the government has been hiding UFOs from us people here on Earth for years. In Area 151 is where they put the evidence, quote unquote.
I think it's Area 51.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I live for today.
You didn't hear what happened at Area 51 recently?
No.
They had a whole bunch of people on the internet, on Facebook, saying that they were gonna go get like a million people over there, and they were just gonna bomb rush Area 51 to see the aliens. And then the day they were supposed to go, all the military was saying, "Hey, if you try to get in here, we're gonna blast you guys." And then only maybe a few thousand people showed up. They didn't do nothing.
Yeah, it was.
They went out there dancing around in alien suits and like a rave, freaking each other and shit.
It was because they telegraphed it to the media.
Right.
And the military, because supposedly UFOs land only on military property and during electrical storms. And they telegraphed it by, well, you don't tell somebody something that you don't want. That you want to keep a secret, that you don't want the guy on the other side of the mountain to know, because he'll know within a matter of days what you're going to do. But you're trying to keep a secret.
Right.
So, what's going on in Area 151, I have no idea. I don't know, and I really don't want to know. If they make if the aliens, if there are aliens and they make themselves known, then I wouldn't mind being part of that. But as far as what's secret and what's in the government in Area 51, I really don't care and don't know and don't want to know.
So, like, you don't care if they're holding it a secret, fine, they can keep it a secret.
Right.
But if it comes out, it's like, right on, let me know. I want to know about that.
Well, I read the book called The Majestic, talks about Area 51 a little bit, and a crash that happened in the 1800s in New Mexico called The Majestic. There's a book on it. But if they're the government is withholding anything in that area, it's of no concern to me. Because when I was younger, I looked for UFOs on my way home from parties.
Yeah.
Look for UFOs, vampires, werewolves.
Yeah.
And I didn't see anything. So,
and you were looking.
Oh yeah, and I was looking, but that was just on my way home when I was in drunkenness on the way back from a party, and I was ready.
Right.
If they try to confront me, I was gonna say, "Hey, take me to your leader." If it was a UFO, if it was a vampire, I was ready to put a stake through his heart.
Right.
And if it was a werewolf, I was ready to do physical battle with him. But I came up empty-handed on all occasions. So I don't believe that. I don't believe in it. And if there are any unexplained mysteries, then the only thing I believe in that I haven't seen is God, and I believe in God.
So
real strongly.
So all the other ones, nothing.
No, not werewolves or vampires, whether it's in Transylvania or anything other parts of the country. I really don't care if they're out there. I haven't seen them, and I look for them. I even spent the night in the old mill thinking that maybe they're in here where they age wine. Nobody would expect a vampire being in here, living for years. And all I heard was like scurrying rats or mice. Other than that, there was nothing there. And I spent almost all night in there. So I look for them to no avail.
So because you haven't seen them, you just don't believe them. You never seen a UFO. Nothing. So let me ask you this. I don't know if I ever told you the story about one time in the neighborhood when a bunch of us were kicking out a party.
Up on the hills.
No,
your dad did.
Oh, my dad. Yeah, that's right. We'll save that one for when he does the show with you, because I know you're gonna hear that story. But we also saw there was some UFOs in Phoenix, Arizona, and they flew over, and everyone had pictures of them, right?
That's the desert.
Right. But that same night before that happened, we saw those same exact UFOs right here in town fly right over us while we were at a party. And I even came out, I was sober, I wasn't doing nothing. I came out, everybody was just staring in the sky. They're like, "Hey man, you see that?" I said, "Yeah." And I seen them. There's no way around it. I saw them. They're floating right over us. And they didn't make no sound. They were humongous. They just floated over us. And so it's like, I know I seen them. But, you know, if somebody else never seen them, it's like, well, there was a whole bunch of us there. I mean, everyone from the neighborhood was there. We all seen it. It's crazy, you know? But no one else in fucking town seen it. I can't believe it. It's like, never heard nothing.
The only thing I've seen, Richard, was a light, like a pin light, like a mag light coming from the sky. And I stopped my car at the time when I was driving, and I pulled over because it started getting brighter and brighter. And another car goes, "Hey, Robert," I don't even know who they were to this day. They go, "You seen that?" And I go, "Yeah." And then it just disappeared.
And
that's the only thing I've ever seen. Other than that, I've never seen nothing unusual.
Nothing mysterious, period. Nothing weird. Richard. So, do you think aliens exist?
I mean, it's possible.
But, like, you don't know if you really believe
I believe in the possibilities.
There's a lot of planets out there.
But I think it's too cold out there for anything to survive. That's why they say they found ice, and they're wondering if there's life out there, even if it's microscopic light. I think it's too cold out there for anything to live without any kind of heat, without any suns. There's suns out there, different suns in solar systems, different universes, but I think it's too cold to live, Richard.
You think God's an alien? That's heavy, huh?
That's been speculated.
Right.
That's in the Egyptian days especially. That they visited this planet and speculation that that's who that could have been.
Right.
But what I believe in, Richard, is I believe in God and I believe in Jesus. And I believe in that real strongly. And I pray all the time and I read the Bible.
You know, there's all kinds of weird shit out there that maybe you just never seen it.
Unexplained things.
Right. Like
I
Bigfoot.
believe in
what about Bigfoot?
unexplained things.
Bigfoot doesn't get
Well, I was up there in Yuba City. And they said Bigfoot exists up there. But he exists in a lot of places that nobody's ever seen him or photographed him. There's no proof or evidence.
Well, they say they got photographs.
The Loch Ness Monster.
Right.
There's no proof of evidence, but they say they've seen him and photographed him. I believe in God because I believe He's all good things, and Jesus too. I believe He died for our sins on the cross, and by His blood we can be forgiven. And that's just something I was raised believing in. I'm Catholic.
Catholic, yep.
I went to catechism, St. Thomas. I made my first communion in there. And I just believe in that, and I always will. As far as creatures, unexplained creatures, I don't believe in any kind of creatures that are out there, and I believe that if there was something out there unexplained and it was injuring people or killing people, they have people that will go out and look for that. Government.
Right.
And I have faith in our government, that our government will protect us. I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, and I believe in my ability to defend myself. And while I'm doing that, if it's something unexplained, I'm going to say a prayer, and I'm going to fight it. I'm not going to run, I'm going to fight it. It's going to have to fight me. So, whatever it is, Richard, that's unexplained, I believe in the government will send somebody out there to maintain control or kill it, or put it in a cage where it belongs. And I believe in God, and I believe that I don't fear for my life. I don't fear for my life, Richard. I don't fear for my life. So if it's out there, I'm going outside every night, outside every day, every morning.
But would you challenge it?
Yes, sir. So look out,
no
here I come. Because I'm gonna be going outside every day.
So I remember one time when we were younger, and we told you there's one of the dudes we used to fight with, and one of their big homies got out. He was on the corner. We go, oh, he's a big old dude on the gas station. Somebody came over to my house. The first thing you said, what? How big is he? He said, I'll go down there and kick his ass. Oh, fuck. So, with that said, I've always known you to, if something seems a little extra scary to normal people, you're just like,
I love a challenge.
like, fuck that. Go get it.
Don't get me wrong, I love a challenge, Richard, especially with little...
But even aliens or Bigfoots...
that don't scare me. The only thing that scares me is...
Yeah.
Something...
You don't care if an alien beamed in... Like, come on, you can't tell me. You're sleeping and an alien beamed in here and
something
staring at you while
spiritual
you're sleeping.
Or...
That wouldn't make you nervous?
Something like that. Yeah, it's going to. That's why I'm going to have to drink a little beer or something. If I go attack it. Because that'll give me a little courage, but...
Yeah.
I'm not scared. When I get scared, Richard, it's different than other people get scared. They get scared and run and hide. I get scared and I get violent. That's the difference.
Yeah. Okay. But you also just...
And I know I got backup. The government's going to back me up.
Yeah.
I don't put my faith in coppers or anything like that, cops. But I know that if something's unexplained, killing something, they're going to be right there, whether I like them or not.
Yeah.
And we're going to be fighting for the same thing, for mankind, for survival and safety and womankind.
Right. So far, in all your years, nothing crazy. Never seen it, huh? Never heard of it?
No, I'm not welcoming it to come this way. Everything, from my experience, Richard, everything understands a good ass whipping, whether it's supernatural or human.
Yeah.
It's a universal language, a good ass whipping. And if it comes this way, that's exactly what it's going to get, is a good ass whipping. Supernatural or not. Or
right.
Big or mean or whatever.
Right.
It's walking into a good ass whipping if it comes this way, in my direction. I'll be the first one to whip its ass.
Right. No,
then the government, then the cops. So no matter how you look at it, it's going to get whipped on.
Right, so probably not.
And if it's a female from another planet,
yeah,
then I'm going to hump on it. Before I whip it. Then I'm going to whip it out. Whip it good. Just like that song goes. Wow, then Richard.
Yeah, it happens. Did you hold on? Wait, let me tell you this story I heard. I heard this story. Well, I shouldn't say I heard it. I saw it on a documentary. This guy said he was like in the jungles in Colombia, right? Kind of crazy looking dude, didn't wear no shoes. But he swore the two alien girls came into his room and bit his nipple off, and then had sex with him and took off. And everybody goes, yeah, right. But he really had like a piece of his nipple missing and shit. And he was like, man, bitch bit my nipple off. And it was pretty trippy.
You want to tell you what you're doing right now? You're turning me on. I mean, wow.
So you're kind of hoping that might happen?
Well, first of all, before it bites my nipple off, I'm going to hold it down and kiss it all over between the legs and kiss its nipples, and then if it wants to bite my nipples off after that, then that's violent.
Well, he said it didn't have nipples, I think. If I remember. There's something weird like that. Was that all weird nipple stuff?
He just smoked too much weed. He didn't even have nipples in the first place. He thought they bit his nipples on.
He had a lot of.
He had no nipples. And that was before weed become legal.
Right. Well, that was
now they legalized it. I'm afraid to think what's gonna happen.
Right. Now everybody's gonna get their nipples bitten off.
Or think that they have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've sat there drunk and hoped that a couple women would come by and just tear my clothes off, but that don't mean that it happened. It just means that's what I was hoping for.
Right. What about ghosts?
That goes in the category of unexplained, and I said in our first part of our interview that there's a lot of unexplained things that I don't know if it's true or not. Well, a couple times I've seen some unexplained things, but I'm not going to say they were ghosts or what they were. They just confused me is all they did. And I went and looked right after that. I didn't get up when they were crawling. I stayed right there. But after they got done crawling and it kind of went into the ground, I thought, well, I don't know. That's kind of odd right there. I never heard of nothing like that. So I went and looked, and there was nothing there. But when they were crawling, I left them alone. Right.
That's their thing, and then you can check on it later.
Exactly.
Well, you know, they got a lot of crazy stuff on YouTube, you know. A lot of it probably is like photo tricks and stuff. But they got all kinds of weird people with security cameras, and they catch all these weird, like, pair of pants walking down the street with no person in it. And
the Headless Horseman? No, I don't believe in stuff like that.
No. I mean, because, you know, I know you...
The possibilities, those are the possibilities. I don't count them out either.
You don't think there's creepy shit walking around at night when the lights are off?
Those are the possibilities, Richard. That's what I mean. When I say possibilities, that gives a wide category of unexplained things that people see that can't be explained. So I don't say that can't happen. They're full of shit. There's something wrong with them. I don't say that because there are a lot of things that are out there that we don't understand or know about. Just in case. That way you don't have... Stay ready. That way you don't have to get ready.
Well, there's a lot of people...
Well, you got to defend yourself, though, Richard. You got to defend yourself. And even in the Bible, it says, teach your sons the ways of war. That's not for no reason, and I may be misinterpreting the reason that it says that. But because it says that, I'm always ready. I stay ready. I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. If something comes at me, unexplained or not, I'm swinging. I'm going to throw 100 sets on it. Yeah, which I have before. I got so nervous, I started throwing punches in the air. I mean, a lot of them. And whatever it was, or whatever my mind was thinking that it was, stopped. And I said a prayer, too, to God. And I felt safe after that, but I also defended myself. And if it was something that could have been there, or have been human, or have not human, it got socked in the face. Harder than it's ever been hit before. By 400 pounds of pressure, because I benched it. So, better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Armageddon is going to be a lot more unexplained things. The end of the earth, the end of the world. Nobody's going to be able to predict the end of the world, not Nostradamus. So, I'm not going to try to explain or read the Mayan calendar or read Nostradamus books and say it meant this or it meant that. I'm just going to stay ready so I don't have to get ready. And whenever the world starts coming to an end, I'm going to defend myself on whoever comes at me, half dead or looking like a vampire or a werewolf. I'm going to defend myself. I'm going to pull a branch off a tree if that's the closest thing, and I'm going to hit it as hard as I can and try to kill it.
I forgot about that.
And I'm going to pray. I'm going to say a prayer to God and to Jesus, and I'm going to defend myself like I always have.
You know what? I had a cellie in San Quentin, and he had a brother This is what he told me anyway, right? You know, you hear a lot of good ones in there,
Yeah.
but he said he had a...
I wish my brother George was here.
Yeah. Why, you got some good stories?
No, I don't have no brother. I just say that. I don't know why I say that.
You do got a brother, but
I got a cousin named George.
Yeah, you do got a brother, but his name's not George.
No.
I thought maybe you had another brother I didn't know about right now.
No.
I was like, fuck, all right. This is just the whole, some real heavy family.
I've just always said
Surprise
that. Kidding
shit.
around. I wish my brother George was here. I seen it on a cartoon one time.
Well,
I thought it was funny.
I had a celly who said his brother was in the military and he was out in South America somewhere. Said he had to fight some zombies out there. I don't know. Yes, it sounds crazy like that, but he said they had a secret mission. They had to
He
go
was
down
coming
there.
down.
Yeah, yeah. He said he had a secret mission. They had to go out there, Black Ops, style, and
Special teams.
yeah, fight some half deads, and that they weren't supposed to talk about it. I mean,
It was documented.
yeah, it wasn't documented. That's the thing, you got to take everything you hear in there with a grain of salt.
Yeah, take everything in with a grain of salt. Yeah,
Yeah, everything, especially in the joint, you don't know.
Yeah, everybody's a millionaire in there and related to millionaires. But could they borrow a piece of paper, though? Their accounts are just frozen.
Yeah.
They'll pay it back when they unfreeze them. I've heard the same stories.
Yeah, I've actually heard a lot of dudes say they were related to all kinds of fucking famous people.
Yeah, I've heard people say they were related to Snoop Dogg. Can you do this? Okay, you're hired.
Yeah.
You never see him again.
Yeah.
After a while, when they would tell me, I go, hey, well, it was fun talking about it, though. We made the time go by.
Yeah, it was worth the soup.
Yeah. When I say...
You're pretty supernatural. I mean, let's say this. What somebody else heard about you.
Wow.
I mean, the stuff I've seen and the stuff that the homeboys have seen, knocking dudes, foot 2 feet in the air and 10 feet back. That's some amazing shit.
That's all
it
I
happened a
had
lot
to.
of times. So it's kind of like someone else heard about that. All the youngsters now, they go, yeah, right, whatever.
Not only that, Richard,
You know
I
how
fought
they
some
are.
big-ass motherfuckers. And in the middle of our fighting, this is another unexplained thing. They started moving in slow motion when they were trying to hit me. And that allowed me to move at normal speed, and I was actually moving fast. I beat the fuck out of them when they were moving in slow motion. That's only happened twice.
That what happened?
It's only happened twice.
No shit.
Big ass motherfuckers. Well, right in the middle of fucking somebody getting fucked up or not, they started moving in slow motion, and I was moving a little bit faster, a lot faster than them. That allowed me to have the advantage on them. But like I said, it's only happened twice, and I won the battle twice like that. And there were some big ass motherfuckers.
What do you think that was? Just
I can't explain it, Richard. That's why I say that's unexplained. That's why I say I don't say that there's nothing out there, because there is something out there. What it is, I don't know. I can't explain it, and I don't try to explain it. It went to my favor. It went to my favor when it came to reading the law and outsmarting the judges and the lawyers and the DAs. I've done that. Been there, done that. We have the same law books that the judges and lawyers have in prison. Now it's mostly on the computers, but it's there. And they're always making mistakes. And I was able, at a desperation in my situation, I was able to put my head into those law books and find those mistakes, or find the avenue that I needed to take.
like supernatural.
To get out of my situation. And I beat them on their own game board.
Yeah. And that's kind of supernatural, I guess, because you can't do that normally, right?
Well, not just
Only when you're in jail.
no, and that's in desperation. That's
Right. So
and
something
back
comes
in the
out
old,
of you,
back
right?
in the old days, Richard. They said that we used to be able to use 100% of our brain. We used to be able to walk through walls, but we can't do that now. That we've forgotten how to use our 100% of our brain.
Yeah.
Now they say we only use 10% of it. So I can attribute that to that.
Right. What else do you think the brain could have did when it was 100%?
I don't know. That's just what I've heard.
I mean, but like just
I really don't know,
what could
because
happen?
I never looked into it.
That's a lot of brain.
I never looked into it, Richard. But they said we're matter, the walls matter, so we used to be able to walk right through it when we could use 100% of our brain. Throughout time, we've forgotten how to use 100% of our brain. We can only use 10% of it now. We can't walk through that wall. So I don't know what the possibilities are, Richard. I just know this. When I get into a situation, I ride the wave. Nobody knows what that wave, what the water is going to do, move this way or that way. So they get on the surfboard and they just ride it the best they can. But they don't know if they're going to be able to ride that wave until they start riding it. And that's what I do. I wing it. Winging it is not knowing how you're going to do or what you're going to do. You just do it when it comes. You do what's necessary.
Right.
And I believe in that.
And that's how you get through?
That's how I do things. That's how I do it.
And you made it this far, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean when I say I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. That's what I mean.
So that is
in detail.
As supernatural as it gets.
Something's going to happen,
Yeah.
Richard, from now until the day that you aren't going to be on this planet no more. And you're just going to have to know how to deal with it when that situation presents itself in front of you. You don't know how to deal with it ahead of time because you don't know that situation, what's going to happen or when it's going to happen. Only when it presents itself in front of you, then you're going to say, oh, I'm going to fuck them up this way or fuck them up that way or ride this wave this way or use this surfboard. You don't know until it happens. You don't know how to cross that bridge until you cross the bridge.
You know what's crazy? I just noticed, not to go off topic, you've been saying a lot of stuff about surfboards.
The only reason why I say that,
where's
Richard,
that coming from? I never heard you talk like this before.
let me tell
Oh
you.
my God, what's happening?
I did
you
meet
go
this
surfing
guy
recently that I didn't
he
know
said
about?
he used to serve in Hawaii. But the reason why I say that is because the guy in the gym told me that.
Oh,
I told him Bank of America's talking to me about building my credit, buying a house. He goes, hey, ride the wave, man. That's why I say that.
Okay. I was just trying to figure it out because I was like, I don't ever remember you.
No, this is just examples that I've just heard. Experiences that I've just experienced.
It's just a new one. I'm like, all right, I'll take that. I might start saying it on accident
Good of you to notice that.
because you said it to me now. I'm going to start saying that shit to other
Thank
people.
you very much.
I don't know where I might start using that shit wrong.
It is what it is.
Right. Oh, man. I hope everybody tunes in for the next episode of the one and only Robert Garcia show. It's starting to pick up. We're going to do this pretty regular.
I can dig that.
And I'll have to bring cheeseburger every time I come over.
That's heavy.
All right, Robert. Well, we'll link back up and do this shit again.
Okay, man.
All right, man.
Richie Rich, I can dig that. And so, whenever you're feeling like talking, come on over and we'll shoot the boo, contemplate, and explore different areas of your contemplation, wherever your mind wants to take you. All right, man.
See you later.
Okay.
Well, wait, one more thing you gotta say to what do you say to the ladies before you go?
I'll catch you on the rebound.
To all the ladies.
I'll catch you on the rebound.